Yes, so it's not actually a new style alert. This style has been there for a very long time, but this is when I had time to study it. And so I want to bring it for my beautiful people that like exploring. So we are going to be talking about this particular design. It's a very simple design. No that, no too much stress. Now join of pieces. So if you call me, that's what it is. But it's actually a beautiful style, and credit to the real owner of the style. The person did an amazing job. So let's go into the
Credit to the
tutorial.
original owner, because this is not my design. So now, this is the base we are going to be working with. Now, this is the neckline, 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches, because I don't want it to be wide, and it's going to be having a collar. Now, this is my shoulder. My shoulder is 8 inches. I came down by 1 inch, and this is my armhole. Whatsoever applied to your normal armhole is applying to this. We are going to be coming in here by ½ inch, okay, so as we'll get this curve for the front. Now for the back, observe that you don't come in by ½ inches. So now this is my bust divided by 4. Now I made the bust divided by 4 plus 1 inch, okay. Then you can go ahead to add your 2 inches, but if you are sure that it's your own, then you can go ahead to make it just 1 inch allowance. This is waistline. We actually do not need under bust. So this is waistline. Waistline divided by 4 plus 1 inch of ease. Okay. Or you can go ahead to make it 1.5, so it will be very free. But when we know to get hips like that, I made mine plus 1 inch ease and then 1 inch sewing allowance. And then I curved out and I made it an A-line gown. Now I'm going to be cutting this out. This is what we are going to be using for this tutorial. Like I said, this tutorial is going to be very lengthy, so I'm trying to see how I can reduce the time because of our data. Now this is our base pattern. Okay, this is our base pattern. Now this pattern is going to be on fold like so. Okay, you are going to be investing in a lot of pattern in this design. That a lot of pattern so that you can reduce the way you destroy your fabrics. Okay, so now for the front part, the sleeve is a normal sleeve, but I'm going to be making cutting the sleeve at the end of the tutorial. Now this is the front pattern. Okay, this is my waist. On getting to my waist, I'm going to measure 1 inch down. Okay, 1 inch down, and then I'll add like 9 inch or 10 inch of fabric extra. So this is, I measured 1 inch down, and I'm going to be adding like 1 inch or 10 inches extra, and this is it here, and I will bring it down like so. Did you see what I did? And then I will go ahead to cut out. Now remember that the front has button. So when cutting on your fabric, make sure you give allowance for this. Is a pattern. When cutting on your fabric, make sure you give allowance for that button. Okay, so this is what I have for the front. But know that when you are cutting your own, fold in allowance for the button. Now when folding in allowance for the button, it doesn't really have to be much. Even ½ inch don't do, because this top is very free. There's nowhere it is fitted, so whatever mistake you make can be hidden. This is for the front. I set it aside. There's something remaining for the front. Now when you mark out these 10 inches, please do well to still bring down this shape that we have here. Okay, bring it down. I will be telling you the reason later. Bring down this shape that we have here. Now whatever mistake you made, do not be scared. It's going to be is going to be accommodated for, because this top is a very free top. Now when you are measuring your round bust, round waist, do not make it tight. Make sure that it's very free. Okay, so this is the front. I will set it aside. I will still pick that. That's why I call this the base pattern. I will still pick this base pattern to make the back, to cut out for the back, and my fabric is still going to be on fold like so. Okay, now the base pattern, the back pattern is 3 pieces. 3 pieces. One is that inner one that has the stripe, and this is that inner one that is going to have that stripe. You will cut it exactly this shape. Exactly this shape. Do not add, do not remove. I label it the back. This is the back pattern. Do not add, do not remove. This is the back pattern. Can you see? This is going to be inside. Then I fold it and I set it aside again. I want to cut that upper part now. And this is the upper part, like so. You will take this base pattern and place it. Sorry. Remember that for the back pattern, you are not coming down by 2.5 inches. You are coming down by 1/2 inch. This is my base pattern, and I'm going to be marking. You know it's 1/2 inch right now, right? Okay. You are on the armhole, you are not going to come in by 1/2 inch. Okay. You are going to be stopping around the 1 inch below the waistline. You will use your tape rule, and then you will measure from the neckline. You will measure like 3 inches down. You will measure how many? 3 inches down. And then this is my 3 inches right here, or 4 inches, anyhow you want. There's no rule to this particular design. Do what you want. That was what I did. I played around it and I got exactly it. Now this is what you have. Okay, and then I will go like so, straight down, straight down, straight down into this one, and then I will cut out. So can you see? Can you see the back pattern? That back pattern. Now we are done with it. There's something I didn't do for the front. Let me do it now. On this, you will measure 24 inches from the neckline for the front pattern. Measure 24 inches or 23. It's not waistline, no. 24 inches or 23, and you mark it right around here. Now I'm going to measure, keep it like so. I'm going to measure from here to here, and then I will still take down my tape to the floor. Now from here to here, for this particular pattern I got 2.5 inch. Hold it in mind. Now from here to here I got 5 inch, making a total of 7.5 inches. Remember that this 7.5 inches is on fold. So I'm going to be cutting a strip of 15 inches. And this is it. Assume that this is it. Okay. Now When cutting this one on your fabric, cut it into two and use one to turn one so that it will have a little bit of weight. It doesn't really need to be thick because as you can see, as the lady is moving, breeze was blowing it. So it doesn't really need to be thick. Now you are going to take, and then after turning it and making it into two, divide it into, it's going to be divided into two. One will be placed here and the other one will be placed here. So you are going to place it here, okay, and end it on this line. Just attach it, keep it like so and stitch it down. Then you turn it over. That's all was done. That was done. You keep it like so, okay, you stitch it down. So this side is going to drop. Good morning. Good morning. But you understand, this one too will be placed on this side, okay, and it will drop. I'm cutting it on this paper so you will watch and understand the paper one first. Now when I'm placing to cut my life size on the table, it will be easy for you to follow. Even without watching me cut the life size on the table, what I'm doing here, if you follow what I'm doing here as you are cutting your own, keep repeating the video as you are cut, you will cut exactly what I did. Now that strip that I cut, I place one here, place one here. It doesn't really need to join at the bottom flap. If you watch, you will see that there's a demarcation. It did not join. So all you need to do is stitch it like so and then drop it like so. Just stitch it and end it here. So this one will be the one dropping. Do you understand? The same thing will happen here, and that is it for the front pattern, which we are going to come back to again. We are not yet done. Now if you observe that back pattern, the upper part, which is this one, and there is the down part. Now there was nothing that was done on that down part at all. Nothing special that was done. Let me show you what was done. Now this is where this one ended, right? You are going to measure. I want mine. If you look at that top, the green part ended somewhere around here. So you just measure, be creative about it. I will measure and then I want my own to stop somewhere around probably 3 inches. Do you understand? So I'm going to be cutting another fabric that is 3 inches. I will cut another fabric that is 3 inches. Now look at what I'm going to do. I will cut another fabric that is 3 inches, which I will also extend by 10 inches, which was the same thing I extended here. I will cut another fabric that is 3 inches length, but I will extend by 10 inches. Do you understand? So I'm going to measure from here, okay, to here, and I got 2.5 inches. Then I'm going to add this, exactly what I added here. I'm going to be adding it here. Here I added 10 inches. I'm still going to add that 10 inches here. Do you understand? So now I have the length, okay. The length of what I'm going to be adding here is, remember that when we cut this back pattern, this back pattern is the stripe. Let me even just, this is the stripe material, but this is the plain material. Now I'm going to be cutting the plain material again. That's what I'm saying, that the plain material will be 3 inches in length and wideness like so. Do you understand? And so this is what I'm going to be doing now. Remember that it's going to be on fold. This style is very confusing, but you just have to pay close attention to understand it. When I say as a fashion designer, wear what nobody has worn, this is what I mean. Make sure you wear what nobody, wear wetin people go dey ask, say wetin she wear, so wetin she wear. So if you wear something and they never ask, say wetin she wear, so na you sabi. So it's going to be 3 inches wide, like I said. Doesn't really have to have any shape, okay. And then it's going to be this area plus that 10 inches that you added, which is something like this. And that is all. So what you do is place it like so and attach. Do you understand? Place it like so. This is what it is. So this side is going to be dropping. This side is going to be dropping. Now let me tell you, we have succeeded in creating the whole part of the gown. Now let's go ahead and couple it so that I can show you. This is our base. We are not needing this one anymore. Now, this is our front pattern, which is just one piece. This is the inner back, which is the striped. This is the upper part of the back, the upper part that is plain, that is on top of the stripe. And then this is the down part of the stripe, down part of the plain. Now, there is something that was done that's 4 inches. But now, remember that the half of that back pattern, okay? Remember that the half of that back pattern has like a cowl effect. A cowl effect. It has like a small draping. Do you understand? So I want to assume that that small inch draping is going to cost me 2 inches. Okay, so whatever you are going to be cutting out here, add 2 inches to it, and which I have cut. Now, these are the parts of this gown. Now, this is the front that is single. Now, this is the piece that was attached to the front of the gown that was dropped this way. Do you understand? Now, when you attach it, it's going to drop like so. Do you understand? All these ones are going to drop like so. Coming to this side, you attach again to this side, it's going to drop like so. This part is still going to drop like so. This is for the front part. We come to the back. This is the back, the inner back that is the stripe, like so. Now, this is the upper back that is plain, not the stripe, and it was attached like so. Now, this is the down part that was attached. Okay, this is the down part that was attached. Remember that you are going to drape it a little, like so, and this part will still drop, and this part is still going to drop. Do you understand? Please watch this tutorial more than 2 times, because if you don't, there's no way you will understand my cutting on the fabric, pending when I drop it, because right now I'm busy. I'm not yet going to drop it, but I'm dropping this tutorial for the person that needed to do it immediately, and I can comfortably tell you that she will understand, probably because she's already a tailor. But you two that have not started, you can still pay attention and understand. Can you see? So all these ones are going to drop like this. Now, there is something I need you to understand. Pick this front part. This is the back part. You are going to join normally the way you join your clothes. Join it and end it here. Join it and end it here. From here now is going to be butterfly. You are going to join it from the outside. You are going to join it from the outside. Join all these places the normal way you join and stop here. This one is going to be joined from the outside like a butterfly. Attach it. So you know that this is the stripe. You are joining all these ones. So first of all, you know you have to join this one before you now join it to the front, right? Now join this part normally the way you join your fabric. This is your front that is now joined together, right? you are going to turn it inside out like a normal cloth. You know that here will be open. Now stitch this place together from outside, stitch this place together from outside. Now this particular one that was draped like this, okay, is going to form, is just going to fall like this. So these two now, you are going to use it and cover what these two places now, these two places, you are going to use it and cover whatsoever mistake happened underneath here. That is what this one is for. So you are going to be joining it anyhow you want. Remember that this is where they put the pocket. So this two is going to fall like so later. So this is where the person put hand. Let me now cut it on my normal fabric so that you see. But you're going to give me a little bit of time, not now. But if you have any question on this one that I've shown you now, ask me. Stop attacking my tutorials. You will not learn like that though. This is not your normal conventional channel where they make boo-boo and all that. I deal with things that I see in the market that is raining. So there's no way you expect a normal cutting from me. Stop attacking my tutorials. That is the only way you can learn. See you guys in my next video. God bless you. I hope the season is doing you well. Me, it's tiring, but I'm enjoying myself. God bless you.